Hi, everyone. I'm Ananda, the Galactic Mystic, and this is Navigational Astrology. Let's talk about what it's like, what it's about when Mercury is retrograde in Capricorn. So, I haven't made a video for you guys in a while. And one of the reasons for that is I've been really sick. I've been weirdly sick for almost 2 weeks now. And I'm going to see if I can get through this without hacking up a lung. But I missed you. And I really wanted to talk about Mercury retrograde in Capricorn because I'm recording this in December of 2023. And it's the 12th right now. Tomorrow, Mercury will be stationing retrograde in Capricorn. And already today, all the tech stuff has been going wild. So let's get into this a little bit. So when our good friend Mercury, the traveler, is retrograde in our cardinal earth sign Capricorn, we actually have a unique opportunity. And that opportunity is to tap into energy that supports an unwinding, a potential recoding or a renegotiation of some of our most stubborn and dense inner material. Fun, right? It's not always fun, but it's good work to do for sure. So, what I'm about to say, for those of you who have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn natally, some of this is relevant for you all the time. It would just require a little bit of a perspective shift when we're talking about dealing with this energy every day and as a part of your psyche. So if you have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn natally and would like to explore this a little bit, come see me for a reading and we'll get into that. It's really, really good stuff. So Mercury is a unique being in many regards. And one thing to keep in mind is that their relationship, Mercury's relationship with the logos of our solar system, the sun, is totally complex and deeply magical. Mercury is often pigeonholed as an intellectual, while the truth is that Mercury is highly mystical, and it is Mercury's nature to travel in between the realms and in and out of realities and in and out of timelines and all of that mystical, metaphysical goodness. Mercury is a journeyer, and that's true in the most spiritual and esoteric sense. The physicality of the physicality of Mercury exists in such close relationship with the sun's gravity that time and space are literally distorted. And that's literal time travel. That's realm hopping. And um, that's not mystical nonsense. That's, our scientists know that. They know that gravity affects time. Crazy cool. So, another thing to keep in mind is that without Mercury, there are no agreements on anything. There are no contracts, including so-called soul contracts. Mercury must be present for these to exist. So anytime Mercury is retrograde, we have an opportunity to renegotiate. And I do mean that in a real world way that's practical, but also in a much deeper and mysterious way that people who kind of walk the realms themselves will understand what I mean by that. So with Mercury as our teacher And Capricorn being the classroom he is teaching, we have a particular theme that I'm sure you've heard: hiccups and challenges in the areas of our careers, our reputations, our highest potential, as well as the structures of our lives, the control mechanisms, the patriarchy, our legacy, and then, of course, just regular Mercury retrograde stuff, travel hiccups, miscommunications, all that stuff. So all of that is in play, sure. But I want to bring in a juicier concept about how we can work with this energy intentionally. So Capricorn is much more than what pop astrology would say. And in order to truly understand this cardinal earth sign, we have to know that it rules the cold, dark earth, caves, ancient and forgotten things, the gravity of this realm. So we're also talking about time and what holds us here, the gravity that holds us here, karma, and what we feel we've been denied, but is also our responsibility to be. So we're also talking about our natal Saturn, right? The energy of the tectonic plates pushing against each other to create mountains, the energy of avalanches, as well as the silence of the inner caverns of our planet. All of that is Capricorn. So if you were to personalize these things and connect some dots within, what might be your most forgotten inner cavern? What is in those caves within that we have forgotten? What ancient material has sat in one of those caves of our soul that could be revealed by the metaphoric movement of your tectonic plates or an avalanche, metaphorically? What immovable stuck place in your heart and soul could use a new arrangement? What do you desire to be revealed or excavated? With the blessing of a grand kind of redo, or a redo, we can set an intention for what we need to see, what we need to be revealed in order to negotiate. We carry agreements, vows, and contracts within us that we don't necessarily have conscious awareness of. Vows of poverty, martyrdom, chastity, sacrifice, even what we eat in this life can be connected to past vows, past contracts. Even our contracts, our agreements of connection, visibility, or purpose, these can all come to a place where we want something different now. We may not necessarily know where some of these ties that bind come from, and we don't always need to know, but if we can feel it, we can renegotiate for new conditions. So that's all fine and good. And you may be thinking, all right, Ananda, but what do I do? What do I actually do? How do we renegotiate and shake up this dense material within? One surefire way to work with these concepts during Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is to dive into your natal Saturn, as I mentioned earlier. And to make it easier, as if any of this is really easy, but to make it a little bit easier, you can ignore the house placement of your Saturn and just focus on the sign of your natal Saturn. So if we allow ourselves to embody the sign of our Saturn to the degree that is possible for us, that is a huge start. That's our Saturn work, really. And that's, our Saturn work is one of the most important works work. It's very important work. And Mercury retrograde in Capricorn will always bring that up. And if you have this natally, your natal Saturn is going to be extraordinarily important for you to understand. So it's because this is, Saturn holds one of our sacred wounds. He's the guardian of it. And by giving ourselves permission to be our Saturn, hopefully in the higher spectrum of its energy, we are automatically recoding some of our forgotten and buried inner material. This is the good work. I'm here to help. If you would like support in doing so, come see me for a reading. And happy Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Happy Mercury retrograde in Capricorn if that's you natally. And happy Saturn work. Much love to you. I hope you're doing wonderfully. Let me know how you are.